Okay, so take two. Hi everybody. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday with your family and friends and everybody, coming in from here, there, and everywhere. We had a quiet Thanksgiving, and that was just fine. We had a gigantic blowout party for my son's 25th birthday. He's doing really well right now. We go to the cardiologist on Monday, so we will hopefully have an update for you then. And hopefully, there's been no changes. Like anything, every time we go to the doctor, it's a big deal. Today was an interesting day at work. My chair, I'm a dental hygienist for those of you that don't know. My dental chair decided to spin out of control. It was basically operating, leaning back, sitting up, basically on its own. So it had a little bit of a poltergeist. But in reality, I think it's the motherboard that has a glitch. Believe it or not, dental chairs do have a motherboard. And Mother was not happy today. Anyway, that all aside, we also have a bit of not great news. We lost another child today. For some reason, his name is escaping me, so I apologize for that. I don't know how his name could possibly escape me, but it is. Maybe I've blocked it out because I don't even want to know. But anyway, he was 14, 15 years old. He had Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and he passed away from a sudden cardiac problem. And unfortunately, that happens. And it happens a lot. It happens far too often, as far as I'm concerned. One child losing their life with Duchenne muscular dystrophy is too many. One person losing their life from any other types of neuromuscular disease or muscular dystrophies is one too many. I talk a lot about, in my writing and when I'm writing on my private page, I talk a lot about time and what that means. And time means different things to different people. But time in our world is a very valuable commodity. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. So enjoy the moments. And I'm not saying don't parent your children or don't whatever. Yeah, you have to be tough on them and everything. You have to still be their parent. As much as you love them and want to put them in bubble wrap, you still have to discipline them. You still have to try and treat them like anybody else because that's who they are. They are very smart, as I know with my son David. Very smart. My son's also 25 now. He's not a baby anymore. And it was hard parenting him in the beginning. You feel guilt, you feel all kinds of things because he has this disability and you can't take it away. So when I tell you that time is a huge, very valuable commodity, please believe me when I tell you that is the truth. And most of you that watch and that listen to the videos that I post, you guys know that. Thank you for following. Thank you for hanging out with me and all my shenanigans and all the stuff that I've been trying to accomplish. My biggest goal is to raise as much awareness and to make as much noise about that awareness as I most possibly can in every way that I possibly can. The reason being that there are still, in this day and age, there are still not enough people that know enough about whether it's Duchenne muscular dystrophy, any of the muscular dystrophies, or any of the neuromuscular disorders. You guys are the reason why I do this. Some of you that just follow along and have family members or just follow along to follow along, I really appreciate it. I hope that I can, I'm educating along the way. I am pretty much an authority when it comes to Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I know just about everything there is to know because we've lived it. And the most recent thing with David is he's had a little drop in his heart function. And I was looking into the medication Emflaza. But basically, between you and I, Emflaza is a corticosteroid. It's not unlike, it's different than prednisone, but it's exactly like deflazacort. The difference is the price. Deflazacort was a drug that you could get anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 per year. The lowdown on that is that Marathon Pharmaceuticals bought the drug and they repackaged it and called it Emflaza, and they brought it to the United States under an orphan drug status. They got it passed through the FDA, and then they wanted to charge our families $135,000 a year, which is insane between you and I. I'm not saying that the drug doesn't work or does work or whatever. Some families have very, very good, things to say about it, and some not so great. And in evaluating for David and with David and talking with him, because again, he's 25 years old. I can't just say, oh, well, we're putting you on XYZ. I have to take into account that he's an adult. And that being said, and I know I say that a lot, but I didn't like what I was reading. And through other family people in different families that I've come to know and love, they've not had very good experience with Emflaza. Now, to some of you, you put your kids on this and you hope and you pray, just like when I put David on prednisone back in the day when he was 6 years old. I really didn't want to do it, but I had no choice. He needed it. And the side effects from it were not great. I got to be honest, not great. Behavior-wise and weight gain-wise and just physical-wise and just, it was an awful, awful experience. And, did it help? Did it hurt? Well, his bones certainly weren't better for it, to be honest. Anyway, we've decided against putting him on Emflaza because at 25 years old, the risks far outweigh the benefit. I understand that it might be beneficial for a cardiac improvement or to help with cardiac function and to help with lung function. But the side effects that I was looking at just kept digging at me, and I couldn't make the decision in all good consciousness to put him on this. So we decided against it. I have to talk to his cardiologist and see what she says. We have an appointment on Monday. Am I concerned about cardiac function? Always, all the time. Am I concerned with lung function? Of course, all the time, which is why he's on the BiPAP machine or the non-invasive ventilator, as a BiPAP machine is for our kids. So anyway, I'm not going to talk too much longer. I've already, chewed you guys' ear off long enough. Currently, David is on the phone with a friend. She is a girl. She is not a girlfriend, but she is a friend. And that, to me, is very exciting. I'm glad that these guys know each other since elementary school, and I'm so glad that they have reconnected and touched base. And they will continue this friendship till forever, hopefully, for as long as that forever will be. Just on a final note, time is a very huge commodity. I hope that you all heed the warning and understand, those that have loved ones with something and those that have loved ones without. Doesn't matter whether you have your physical abilities or not. Time is something that you cannot get back. And, just appreciate it. I know that you will. I'm trying to every day. We're all human. We're struggling every day with being, you want to be a good person every day, but, then stupid people happen. But that's another story. Anyway, always try and keep a sense of humor. You're going to need it. Sense of humor. Our families are very resilient and they're constantly bouncing back. But you don't always have to be the one that has to suck it up, or you don't always have to be the one that has to be understanding when other people with their faults. We are understanding, though, because that's who we are. We're compassionate beings. And I just hope you're all getting ready for the holiday season. And I'm sure I will check in before all that. And I'll speak to you soon, because the child is calling and I must go. Anyway, peace out, and visit the website, www.lightitupgreen4md.com. Visit us on Facebook, Light It Up Green 4MD. Hit me up for a t-shirt, and don't forget to donate to your charity of choice. Hopefully it's a charity that supports any kind of muscular dystrophy or neuromuscular disease. So that's all I got to say. Peace out.